Hey everybody, welcome to the YBC app. I hope your new year is started off on the right foot. I wanted to share what's been going on with my morning routine because one of my resolutions this year was to deepen my own personal meditation practice and to also try to manage my time better because I have so much to do in one day and it just feels like I'm always behind on work. And so basically, I looked at my day and I was like, I just need more time in the day, you know? So how could I get more time in the day? Well, I'm gonna share with you what I've been doing over the last few days. I started implementing this, actually my boyfriend and I both did last week. His intention this year, one of them, is to just start the day off feeling less rushed, because both of us really kind of like to sleep in till the last possible moment, and then we get up and we go, 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 and we're kind of frantic in the morning, and it just, I don't know, it just doesn't set the tone for a good day. So he read this book I had given him for Christmas called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, and I've been reading this book called Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and it's about this Navy SEAL. It's a true story. It's his memoir, sort of. This Navy SEAL and the BUDS training that he went through, and all of the physical things that he's done in the past that have really challenged his mental callous, is how he puts it. He's always talking about callousing your mind, which is kind of an odd thing to think about, but it's been really making me consider how I go about my days and how I start my days, and try to, instead of just giving up and being like, ugh, there's just not enough time in the day, just taking a harder look and being like, okay, what could I do? Am I really setting myself up for success? Both of us have been implementing this new morning routine that I wanted to share with you. We use this really great alarm clock that kind of eases you awake rather than a jarring old school alarm clock. Some people like to wake up that way. I don't. It gives me really bad anxiety, and it flushes my system with adrenaline. I hate waking up to an alarm like that. So I love this alarm clock that we've been using. It starts, the sunlight starts 15 minutes prior to when you want to wake up. So you'll slowly wake up around the time you want to wake up. Now, if you're a really deep sleeper and the sunlight just doesn't work for you from the alarm clock, then it will eventually go off like a traditional alarm. So don't worry, you won't sleep through your alarm, but it's just a nicer way, at least for me, to wake up. So we wake up about an hour earlier than we need to, and then we get out of bed, and we don't even really talk to each other. It's not like a rule that we created. We're just really groggy. And it's just nice to begin meditating in that headspace when you're just sort of half awake, half asleep sort of situation. So he sits on a meditation cushion because his hips are really tight. I sit normally on the floor without anything underneath me, and I just sit and I breathe and don't even think anything. I just try to sit and breathe, and it feels so good. Another thing I like to do is with my eyes closed, I kind of look at my third eye, and it puts a little tension on the backs of the eyes, and it just, for some reason, it just feels really nice. It's like an internal head massage that really helps me to drop into my meditation practice with ease. So we'll meditate for however long. Sometimes it's 2 minutes, sometimes it's 10 minutes, and then he starts stretching with a stretching stick, and he will use one of those muscle massage guns, one of those I'll link to it. You know what I'm talking about. I will start my yoga practice and just move in any way that feels good for me. And I don't try to, if I feel up for it, I'll do something a little more vigorous, but mostly it's just kind of really awakening the fascia slowly, because when I sleep, my body just gets really stiff. So I wake up in the morning, and after I meditate, I'll do my own yoga practice. It's not super long. It's not a full hour or anything. It ranges from 15 minutes to 30 minutes, just enough to feel a little more loose and ready to go. Then we make coffee and leisurely sip our coffee, and maybe we start talking then by that point, and just, how'd you sleep? What are your plans for the day? And then, oh shoot, before we get up to do the coffee, he takes out a notebook and kind of sets an intention for his day, and I take out my notebook and I write down my to-do list. I can't operate without a to-do list. Even today, I've got mine in front of me. It's a billion items long, but I'm gonna get it done. It just helps to kind of keep me accountable, and it shows me where I'm spending my time each day. And then it's no excuses. If I can't find the time during the day, well, why not? And I look back and I'm what was I doing at what point, and et cetera, et cetera. It's one of those things that's talked about in that book, Can't Hurt Me. He's write down what you're doing at every point of the day on your to-do list, and then you'll be able to figure out where you're spending your time. Are you wasting time doing things that you don't really need to be doing? And the answer is usually yes. Yes, I am. Another tip that they talk about in that book is just being really mindful of what you do during your relaxation time. So he suggests not getting on social media during relaxation time because he's like, it's not relaxing. And he's not wrong. He's like, if you're gonna relax, read a book, watch a movie, take a nap, go for a really gentle walk, do something that's really going to nourish you so that your mental capacity and your energy is ready to rock, rather than doing something really draining, like going on social media or watching like a really intense movie. Try to surround yourself during that relaxation time with something that's going to nourish your mind and body and soul. And I really liked that tip. That tip really spoke to me. So I thought I would just share that quick change that we've made to our morning routine. We've only done it for a few days, so I'm hoping that it sticks, but so far we both really like it. We both acknowledge that it's really challenging some mornings to get up early, especially when you're feeling sick, like I've been battling a cold, but really getting up and doing it and trying to make the change that you want to see in your life, that's when things really happen, right? Like we can set these intentions, we can set these goals for 2020, but the big goals, the big intentions, they start with the foundations. They start with the little habits that we do every single day that help to get us where we want to be. So I hope that's helpful to you guys. I'll see you very soon here on the YBC app.